pull the whole thing out like that. You know, I'm going to show you how to do something exciting. Hi, I'm Martin Yan. Welcome to my Chinatown Master Technique Show. You know, the complexity of Chinese cooking lies in its variety of sauces and seasonings. You don't need to be a Chinese master chef to master them all. Just follow a few simple steps, and in no time, you'll be a chef for all seasonings. That's what I'm going to talk about. A lot of different Chinese traditional seasonings. Okay, here I pull out the squid, and I cut this off because I want to show you how to do a very popular dish, okay? Everybody love it in a Chinese restaurant, typical Chinese seafood restaurant. I get that tentacle out and put it on the side, and I cut this right in half. Open it up, and you notice there's a little backbone here. We got to remove these. We don't need the backbone here. And the way you do it is you use your knife to do it like this. Use your knife, and you scrape it off like this. You see this? You see, scrape this off. And then we're going to take it over there, and you clean it up in a sink, okay? Very, very simple. You just clean this up in the sink. Very easy to clean up. These are humongous squids that you can find in the West Coast. In the Pacific Northwest. And then, of course, make sure you clean it up. And then, I score this like this. Score this, you see, at an angle. And you score it again at an angle. And then you cut it up into long strips like that at an angle, like this. And then you put them all together. And you are going to marinate it. Or you can basically flavor it with a tiny bit of pepper, salt, and always use cornstarch. Dry coating. This is what you call dry coating. Some chefs, they like to use a tiny bit of egg white and mix it with the dry cornstarch. Or sometimes they even make a batter. So you move them up, you turn them around, you turn them around. Hey, I don't want to waste this. This looks pretty good. And then you toss these, and you toss these. Okay. And I'm going to take it over here and get ready. You deep fry this, okay? Deep fry just enough each time. Put them all together, just deep fry this. Okay? Look at this. Deep fry this. Look at this. This is nice. When you deep fry, make sure you stay away a little bit. But when you score it, after you score it, you know, the interesting thing is when it's cooked, they all curl up like this. Okay, you all curl up like this. Very interesting. Looks like a little flower. Look at this. It doesn't take too long to cook. Don't cook it too long. In the meantime, while I'm frying this, I take out 1 minute is plenty of time. 1.5 to 2 minutes is plenty of time. Nice. If you cook it longer, they basically turn a little browner, but they are the same. Okay? Nice and golden brown. Now, we get ready. This is wok, and you're going to cook something exciting. Use the oil from here. I'm going to get a spatula or ladle from here. Okay? And I get some oil right here and get ready. Put a tiny bit of garlic, chili, chopped chili. And then you stir this. And then you put some of these yin-yang color. You deep fry longer, it's golden brown. Otherwise, right here. Look at this, beautiful. Stir, stir. Nice and colorful. The seasoning that you use, is 5-spice powder. Okay? I'm going to explain to you what is 5-spice powder later on. Mix the 5-spice powder with salt, with white pepper. Mix them all up. And now this is the way you go, okay? You put this in, you sprinkle a tiny bit of this in while you're tossing this. Look at this. Toss, toss, toss. This is how you do it. Just toss and just toss it. Wow. You know what? The dish doesn't really take too long to cook. Now, while I am putting this and get this ready, look at this. This is so interesting. And a simple dish, but what makes it unique is the 5-spice powder. What is 5-spice powder? These are the Chinese spices the Chinese use a lot in the kitchen. Star anise, clove, caraway seed, dry tangerine peel, Sichuan peppercorn, and cinnamon. And this cardamom part. These are the 5 spice powder that they use in the 5 spice powder. The other thing is the Chinese also use licorice, dry ginger, and dry peppercorn. And this is white pepper. So we have it here. I'm going to show you. This is a very simple dish, salt and crispy squid. We're talking about seasoning. That's why I'm going to use this seasoning to make another dish called spicy Sichuan tofu chicken. What I'm pounding is the Chinese-style slab sugar. When I was a little kid, not only my mother used this, I also eat it as candy. It's wonderful. Basically, it's a slab brown sugar. I get this ready, and then I'm going to get some chicken ready. I'm going to marinate the chicken with a tiny bit of soy sauce. Soy sauce is one of the most important seasoning in Chinese and Japanese cooking. Of course, always use a tiny bit of cornstarch. Then mix them all up. Oh, beautiful. And then set it aside. I call it marinade. Basically it's a coating. If you have time, by all means, marinate it in the fridge for about half an hour to 2 hours, even overnight. So truly marinate, okay? In the meantime, we're going to start cooking this Sichuan spicy tofu. Now, this is a classic dish. It's also called mapo tofu, okay? That's a story goes. Early days, several hundred years ago, there's a lady with a freckle face. And he prepare very unique tofu dish. He peddles it, and like, tofu. And it tastes so good. And the seasoning is so unique. They named the dish after her, called freckle-faced lady tofu. Ma po means freckle-faced lady. Tofu, ma po tofu, huh? And then the first thing you do is, Chinese use a lot of dry chili or crushed chili. And then, of course, they use a lot of garlic too. Of course, we're talking about seasoning, okay? The chef always say, hey, the secret is in the seasoning. Later on, we'll tell you the secret is also in the sauce. Oh, in the sauces. Stir fry. Use a spatula to stir fry. And then, what makes this particular dish unique? What makes mapo tofu, this freckle-faced lady, is the Sichuan peppercorn. This is the whole Sichuan peppercorn. This is the traditional way of doing it. But when you do it at home, toast the Sichuan peppercorn, ground this, and put it right over here so you don't have to bite into it, okay? Look at it. Normally, they use ground pork or ground beef or ground meat. I use the whole piece because it tastes better, it looks better. And then I put some bamboo shoot. Oh, bamboo shoot, stir. Sichuan has a lot of bamboo. Hey, this is where the panda is coming from, Sichuan. And then, finally, I put all the seasoning. Doubanjiang, the Sichuan chili paste, made with broad beans and chili and garlic. And then a tiny bit of Jinjiang vinegar. Oh, look at this. And then we let it braise a little bit. Let it braise a little bit. Wow. With the tofu, soft tofu. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at this. Hey. And then more crushed chili, because I love it. And more Sichuan peppercorn. Why I'm letting this braise over medium heat. Let's talk about seasoning. Now, they always say, hey, the secret is in the sauce, and I agree. You go to Sichuan area, they use different variety of chili and chili sauce to make the dish taste very hot and spicy. You start with dry chili, okay, dry chili or crushed chili. Then, or you can use fresh chili. Now, this is the very, very hot Caribbean chili. This is Thai chili, and this is the regular finger chili, green or red. Now, this is the Cantonese-style chili garlic sauce. This is the northern-style doubanjiang hot bean sauce. And this is, of course, crushed chili. This is the seed. Sichuan peppercorn. This is what numbs you, give that unique Sichuan flavor. And this, of course, chili oil. And this Cantonese chili. Cantonese chili sauce, they use yam to puree it. So you have all kind of, whenever you make hot and spicy dish, you can use all kind of sauces to do it, okay? Now, besides all of this, you know what else you can have? You have plum sauce. Wow, I said secret is in the sauce. A lot of the time, you don't realize China actually have a lot of sauces. Plum sauce, black bean sauce, doubanjiang, ground soybean paste. This is chili bean paste, Qiaozhou style. And this is chili oil and salted black bean or hoisin sauce. And this is ground soybean. This is soybean paste. All of these sauces are widely used in Chinese cooking. So now let us take a look. Now the great thing about this is make sure when you do the soft tofu, you do not never stir it too much so it's nice and soft without breaking it. Now if you need, because when you do stir fry tofu, sometimes it got a lot of these. Whoa, I dropped a chopstick. Make sure you do this and right before you serve, okay? Right before you serve, you put this green onion right on top and more of the chili. And then finally, this is very, very Sichuan, chili oil. Whoa, this is gonna be hot. And then we're gonna show you a tiny bit of slide the whole thing right here. Look at that, This is a wonderful dish. And of course, other sauces that they can do is steamed vegetable with oyster sauce and stuffed mushroom with a mustard sauce and a master sauce with side pork. Here we have spicy Sichuan tofu chicken. I'm chopping some lemongrass for my next dish, drunken lemongrass shrimp. I make it drunk because I use a lot of wine. It is lemongrass flavor. I'm going to chop up more lemongrass. I have about 1.5 tablespoons of lemongrass finely chopped. Now, how do you take care of lemongrass? Very easy. In fact, I grow lemongrass in my backyard. I hope you can see through the window. I have at least 20 plants back there. Can you see that? I hope you can. Anyway, we have lemongrass. When you use lemongrass, how do you use it? See, this is you can actually put in water, the root will come out from here, okay? So, when you use it, you cut this off, and you cut this off, and you save only the middle part, okay? Only the middle part is any flavor. So what you do is, you use your knife, and you press it, get the flavor out, then you chop. This is how you do it. Get the flavor, maximum flavor. You know why they call lemongrass? Because it smells like lemon zest, but they are grass. Now, I'm going to show you how to cook a simple dish. This is shrimp. You can use scallop, you can use any protein, okay? I'm going to have some wine first. Let it get drunk once first, okay? And then a tiny bit of cornstarch, a tiny bit of salt, and also a tiny bit of lemongrass, okay? If I were you, I would take the time to marinate this for approximately half an hour to 2 hours in the fridge. But now I'm basically coating it, okay? When you use shrimp, always remember, they are particularly scallop and shrimp. They have water comes out when you cook it. So you should use high temperature and also make sure you have enough cornstarch. Now, let's heat up the stir fry pan, okay? And I'm going to put this and put this. Also, use some garlic. Let's crush some garlic first, okay? I love garlic because in northern China, many parts of China, like Shandong, they actually eat raw garlic. Mince the garlic, okay? And I mince the garlic, and I put them all together along with the lemongrass. And we're going to stir fry the lemongrass first. And the garlic. And then the shrimp. Look at this. Very good. That's it. And then, if you like, also use very high heat. Oh, look at that. And then, of course, I use some shallot. Shallot, you can also pan fry the shallot. And then, we are going to use a tiny bit of brown sugar, the slab sugar. And then, look at this. Wine. This is getting drunk. This is drunk. This is very drunk. Okay? let it braise with a tiny bit of broth. Let it braise. And a tiny bit of lime juice. And then some nice pepper and put it in. Let it sit there for a little while. In the meantime, I said in the last half an hour or so, the last few minutes I said constantly, hey, the secret and the success of a chef is lie in the secret of the sauce. Look at this. These are some of the more popular ingredients the Chinese use. This is rice wine, 80 proof. Rose wine, 玫瑰露. And this is rice vinegar. This is also rice wine, but this is Jinjiang vinegar. This is the Cantonese style. This is Cantonese style. This is rice vinegar, and this is the Shaoxing wine, a little browner. Now this is the Jinjiang black vinegar. Oh, everybody know oyster sauce, dark soy. You can swirl it, you can tell the color. Light soy, all of this are widely used. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of light soy and a tiny bit of dark soy in my dish too to give some color. Okay? Now, in the meantime, I also want to show you the Chinese chef also use a lot of fried garlic. Let me show you the different garlic that we use. Of course, fresh garlic we always use. Chopped garlic, fried, we use. Sliced garlic, we also use. Deep fried garlic, the Chinese chef also use deep fried garlic, okay? All of these. We're going to use some deep fried garlic in our dish. This is good, just like roast garlic, except the Chinese, they don't have roast oven in the household. That's the reason why. Now we thicken this up. And then, you know, by now, the flavor of the wine, sip it in. Beautiful. But yet, wow, this is so beautiful. And this is ready. This is what you call drunken chicken. Let's serve this and show you how easy it is to garnish it. Put this right in here. Look at this. Simple dish, yet it can be wonderful. Garnish it with chopped fried garlic. Fry, slice garlic. And then, of course, get a little piece of these and put this in. And you know what? This is so beautiful. And you are ready to serve this wonderful dish, drunken lemongrass shrimp. I just beat up 4 large eggs to make my steamed ginger custard. This is one thing that I always cook at home. Light and wonderful. And then I also have 1/4 cup of non-fat milk. Look at this. And then I have 3½ tablespoons of ginger juice, fresh ginger juice. And also 3½ tablespoons of sugar. All of this. And maybe about 1 tablespoon to 1½ tablespoon chopped candied ginger. Mix them all up. Very light, very easy to do. Then you get some ramekin. Little ramekin like this. Make sure this is nice and ready. And then we'll put this right here. Just enough. Okay? Just enough. Not too much, not too little. Okay? You can actually make 3 to 4 of this, depends on how big the ramekin is, okay? And then we're going to take it over there and let it steam, okay? Let it steam for a little while. The most important thing is when you do this at home, you got to be very careful, particularly when you are doing some steaming. You know why? Because steam is very dangerous. So what you do is you get one of these. This is beautiful. Phúc means good fortune. 厨师 means master chef. And I take this out. Steam this. Be very careful, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Let it steam for about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to show you how quickly you can make a little syrup, okay? Let's make a little syrup. I have some boiling water here, some sugar. You can use regular sugar or you can use brown sugar. I'm going to use the Chinese slab sugar or brown sugar and put it in. 3 tablespoons. Mix it up. But what I want to do is make something even more unique. We have been talking about 5 spice powder earlier. I use a touch of 5 spice, not too much, just enough to give that wonderful flavor component, enhance the flavor. When this is all nice and ready, you chill this, okay? You can chill this in the fridge. In the meantime, I'm going to get some other exciting thing. Besides the sugar, besides the 5 spice powder, you know what else I want to do? Leftover ginger juice. Oh, let's put some leftover ginger juice. Now, while I'm doing all of these, I'm going to show you a couple of things, okay? See, we start with ginger. Everybody know fresh ginger. You can make pickled ginger. You can make candied ginger. You can use fresh ginger. You can make ginger juice. For sugar. Everybody know white sugar, brown sugar. Chinese use rock sugar. Everybody know Chinese also use honey and slab sugar. These are all the wonderful things. Now, let's get ready. Take this out. Whoa, just perfect. Always play safe. Oh, put this over here. Look at how beautiful this is. Just the right consistency. Look at this. Just the right consistency. And this is the test your endurance. Test your Oh, look at this. And then extra shredded ginger syrup. Tiny bit of syrup. Tiny bit of syrup. Tiny bit of syrup. And then a tiny bit of mint. Make it look beautiful. You know what? Steamed ginger custard. Spices and seasoning are your best friend in the kitchen. So go ahead, have a party with all your pals. Just don't forget to invite me. You know, if Yan can cook with all the spices, so can you. 再见。